James here with Rogue Duelist Trade. In partnership with ProPlay Games, we have started the very first YuGiOh Investments Patreon. On this Patreon, you'll have access to near wholesale rates on Yu-Gi-Oh product, as well as some key advice and information on the newest releases. Get distribution-like connections on the newest product as low as $649 per case. Not to mention some exclusive perks, including Q&As and product ratio videos on release. No matter which tier, our goal is to help you make a successful side business out of Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't wait, spots are limited. Check out our Patreon today in the link below. I'll see you there.
What is up, guys? Live here at ProPlay Games with top 8 competitor Roots. What'd you do this weekend? What'd you play?
Yeah, I played something that I've played before, which is Salad. I played Salad a few months ago, which was the synchro version that my teammate Body House from Team Wolfpack. So Team Wolfpack that gave me the list. The reason I played Salad is because I've been trying everything from Thunder Dragon Chaos to Dino, but Salad was something I prevalently like with, and also I theorized with Andres Torres. He went back-to-back Chris Chapman's talking, so I theorized a lot with Salad with him, and really came up with my own list. The list that I played, and it was okay with the list that I played, but today made some more changes to Andres, and then this is what we come up with, a 40 card list.
What was your record in Swiss?
X1.
X1? Who'd you lose to?
I lost to
I think you played against Grand Maju in top 8, was it?
Yeah, I lost to Great Maju in top 8. I drew Unplayable, I drew Reborn, Double, Ash, Ladybug, Jack Jaguar, and that's nothing really.
Yeah. And he's currently in the finals right now, so not too bad of a loss. All right.
Shoot, I really can't remember. I'll probably at the end of the video I'll tell you who I lost to.
All right, let's check it out.
This is unconventional. So with Salad, you don't want to play too many normal summons, but for this list, play 3 Ladybug because at least the best one. 2 Great Buffalo, Flame Buffalo, because you can combo the Cyberse. And in addition is Mud Skipper. This was the best normal summon all day because it was able for me to find the Probably Exceed. So basically you're playing 7 normal summons, which is kind of high, especially for this deck. But in most cases you can always side out the 1 Mud Skipper and side out the Flame Buffalo. But this is your best normal summon, but this is getting you to discard. So it was like you're playing 5 copies. You're playing 3 Probably Exceed. Currently the meta, it's kind of hard. Like every deck relatively has a hard time against Babushka turn 1, and you can do that with Salad. The only deck that actually mains like Nibiru would be Rock, and Dramatica is not playing Nibiru right now, so you can get away with making Babushka turn 1. Rock makes sure bits to out it, or they can go foolish for Technical Crusader to book it. So this card technically is kind of crazy. I hate this card when I draw multiples, but thank God it didn't happen today. So what I normally do, which is crazy, is I'll side out 1 copy when I'm siding out cards and just keep 2 because it's really brick. Especially, it's not a great card going second. It's great going first, but really horrible going second. Hand traps, 2 Nibiru, 3 Ash, and 3 Imperm. I played this ratio before when I was playing Synchro Salad, and I didn't want to draw a 3rd Nibiru because the meta is so diverse. You didn't want to draw this as a 6 card and you can't do anything with it. So these ultimately are really good against almost everything because there's draw, there's add, there's anything, and especially you need at least 3 hand traps just to deal with the Info Noble deck. So this can like double Infirm is not great enough, and every deck you can get to Herald before you see a Nibiru or anything of that matter. This is great against Rock, but at the same time, like every deck combos, like 50% of the meta combos. But I wouldn't change the ratio when it comes to hand traps. Now to the Salad part, Jack Jaguar, Falco, Gazelle, 1 Foxy, and 2 Spinny. The reason for this ratio is quite simple. These are currently the best ones. You don't want to summon Foxy because you're not playing too many Salad cards, so you're gonna whiff a lot when it comes to it. You're using it more for the discard of Salad from your hand and special summon the field effect because you want to pop the Meltdown because Meltdown becomes a problem you're playing against the Dramatica variant. Also, you don't pop anything when you're playing against the Eldritch Synchro version, but these are literally the best Salamangreats monsters right now. It sucks to draw Jack Jaguar, but it is what it is. That's why I lost to Grandmandre in top 8. The one Salamangreats, Sanctuary, Circle, Obstacle, playing 39 cards, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn. That's all the one-ups. Reborn is a great card. Really, it's 2 Will, 2 Droplets. The reason I'm playing 2 Droplets in here because you need to have an out to the Dragoons, and this is a great extender. Where you go with Foolish and send a Salamangreat monster. Like Foolish is just a great extender in most cases. But this card was not too bad. I used it in my feature match against YuGiOh. He's playing an Elder Synchro, like to deal with his Mechaba and get over Mechaba. So overall, it was pretty good. 2 Caught by the Graves. This card was really good because I played against Heroes and he had a Dark Claw, and he when I impermed the Dark Claw, he went Mass Change, send Dark Claw to the Grave, other Dark Claw, and I Caught by the Grave the Dark Claw, so I was able to play the whole turn like without being punished for it, so it was really good. 3 of these. This is literally, some people think this card is a great starter, but I feel like it's more of an extender. I want to get the deck as much as possible, like theorizing with Andres and everything. I want to get the deck to where you want to have a starter and extender, and out of the entire deck, which was like almost 20 something hands, there was like 1 brick hand. So this could be a starter and extender, but in most cases you want this to be an extender because you're pitching a card to most cases everybody's like, oh, I want to go for Gazelle, but in some cases you'd be surprised you go for Mudskipper and people are like, oh shit, you summon Mudskipper, you search, exceed, and you make Baguska. And this is a very grind heavy format. It's not you grind and then you ask this code talker kill your opponent. So it is what it is. And you just play 1 Rage, 1 War. There's no Power Desires. That card is optimal. I'll put it that way. It's not good nor is bad. It's if you're playing Power Desires, you gotta play 2 of each and draw multiples of this card with not enough salad. It's not the greatest. So it's best to summon this send this off of Gazelle than anything. Rage is really good against popping anything because it becomes a recursion once you get your replies. That's my main deck. After that, get tokens.
These are sick. What?
A Kid Buu. When I get Nibiru, I summon Kid Buu because I have middle finger to that. All tokens. That's it. We play 3 Baylings, 3 Sunlight Wolf. Normally in my conventional list I don't play through many 3 Baylings because I'm not a big fan of playing 3, but it was very mandatory. I was wanting over to play 3, and it did play a big success in me topping. So and this was right about in that aspect of it. Splash Mage, Phoenix, Update Jammer, Transcode. These are like Splash Mage would lock you into Cybers for the rest of the turn, and that's not a problem because when you bring out a monster, you're going to Access Code with the Cybers. Phoenix, I don't mean any backward removal, so it was really good. Update Jammer, a lot of people forget about Update Jammer, and I also was able to steal a lot of monsters today because I would go transcode into this guy and have another monster on the field, and I'll make Borreload. And Borreload was able to like steal 2 monsters that got attacked twice. So that was really amazing. It came up a lot, especially yesterday. So all those cards I want to change. 1 Heat Leo. Conventionally, you can take out the Heat Leo and play something like Unicorn, something like that. But the point is, it's you spin and you make in some cases you make this live because you get off you let off your Sunlight Wolf, and then you have this and you set it. So you'll be able to make this live, and then next turn you can make Jaguar and kill your opponent. So you can. This is like a flex spot. You can remove it and put something else. But I felt more comfortable playing with the 1 Heat Leo. I won in this list, and the MVP of the deck, it was literally either I steal your monster or I'm OTKing you. It is what it is. Also in the feature match, and people might find it controversial, but game 1 YuGiOh impermed this guy, so I wasn't able to kill him. But when we was going into time, I had to make this. Was a sick play was you make the Transcode Talker, and then you bring back anything and you take the Sunlight Wolf and bring out the other monster, then you make this, because when it's calling, what people do is upon resolution they'll target this so he loses the attack and be able to pop cards. But while this is calling, he cannot be targeted because of his effect, and plus he gets a 500 boost. So if you target, that's 43 plus another 5, that's 48. If you target a level 3, making him, you get the gist. It'll be 58. So you have the potential of getting bigger monster, bigger attack as much as possible. 2. Number 41 Baguska. This, like I said, this card is permanently one of the best ranked 4s for this deck for the format. And this card primarily was if I play against Dramatica, one person, my Dramatica matchup, he didn't use the what you call it, the Maximus play. But the funny thing about this is I almost summoned this against my Infernal matchup, because when Infernals play against Solid, they put the Abyss Dweller and a Synchro, and this just takes a Synchro and Exceed. So when they make Abyss Dweller and they have Charles, you super probably bring this on the field, and it's like, what the fuck? So conventionally, she was fine. She almost came up. Sideboard was Pancratiles, because he's literally the best card. He breaks Boros Savage and Arclight board, so why wouldn't I play this card? You play 2 lands here. I would have been caught dead if I didn't play this card for this event, especially like there's Dino, there's Rock. Like this is basically like a D barrier against the conventional decks. If you do this right against Meltdown, it's kind of hard because they have to fuse from their hand and they don't really want to do that. So it's really conventional. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. For this list, it's really good. It's block removal. I wouldn't change it. Swoosh. The card that I don't know why Konami made it go back to 3. And honestly, truly, if Solid was even more popular, I was gonna play Violet Chimera in the sideboard, but it got there today. 3 Dark Ruler no more, because you play against combo decks, you want to be able to clear their board, ask your Talker, establish your board, and they can't deal with it. So that's one thing. 2 summon limits, because this hurts a lot of decks, especially combo decks when you're going first, because combo like Solid can go once you get to a rhythm and you keep recursion with Wolf and Gazelle, it's really crazy, especially if you're going turn 1 and your opponent doesn't have Nibiru. When you're playing against like the combo what you call it, the combo favorite ignoble deck, and you're going first, that deck is probably like one of your hardest matchups next to Rock. So if they don't have Dark Ruler no more, your ending board can be like this. Oh snap. I have it kind of mixed up here. But the point is you want to have this co-linked, so then all your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, and that becomes really hard for them to do. And you flip this, and it's like they can't break your board because you have everything co-linked. And the last card is that card. Never summoned it today. It's just with all the Dragoons and everything going around. I mean, I had an out to it. My opponent summoned Dragoons on me turn 1, and I had Chocolates to deal with the whole board, and I actually could kill them. So,
thank you so much for the deck profile, man. Hopefully you can get break past top 8. We had some very, very good players in today's event, so we'll see you in the next one, bro.